And now we're exploring the mountain range, and just the mountain range with Skippy Granola.
So majestic. I'm a man of the mountains, so this is like home, really. This is amazing.
And I'm showing off one of Laura's, I would say, I think she has about a half dozen alternate costumes. And I'm not showing one off because it's literally just Lara Croft covered in mud. That's it. That's all it is.
Nothing but mud and nothing else?
Well, she has clothes on, but, I mean, it's her with clothes on and mud.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I like this clothing because it seems appropriate for Tibet, and she's mostly covered.
Yeah. Who would have fucking thought it?
That's wonderful.
Also, the mountain range is one of the few areas where enemies actually do spawn again when you go to explore them. It's kind of weird. It's like this and Shantytown, and oh man, I have some fucking words about Shantytown in a couple of exploration videos.
The poo-poo blight town of this game. Yeah.
Also, I was very confused about where these gunshots were coming from. I was like, what the fuck? What?
All right, brothers, we got...
But I found them. I'm gonna get my revenge.
Pretty jubilant. Yeah, the reason that... Well, enemies respawning is part of the reason why I never bothered to continue exploring here.
I think they only respawn once. I don't know. I typically, when I come back to 100% these areas, I 100% them and I never touch them again.
Yeah, I just couldn't be bothered.
Or if I'm doing a casual playthrough, I just never bother going to re-explore an area. Because why would I backtrack in a game that I am not specifically 100%ing?
Of course. Well, I don't know, this...
Pig! Pig!
Little pig!
Hunt the pig with the automatic rifle! No! Stop! Come back here, pig!
That's some redneck hunting. Attaboy.
It's redneck rampage all over again.
Yeah. Man, that was a pretty good game. I should finish it one of these days.
I know! I want to be part of the next thing.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Lost or enemies killed.
Depressing flask.
Yeah. You know what? This game gets an awful lot of flack. You know, some people say it's stupid, some people say it's anti-feminist, some people say Lara Croft is a horrible, shitty character. I disagree. I think she's alright in this game.
In this game, yeah. I don't really get why people say, every character is forgettable or just whatever, because Lara Croft is actually pretty memorable, and, her and Matthias are pretty much it, yeah, but...
Yeah. I mean, the rest of the characters, honestly. The thing is, they have about the same character development as, side characters in your average action movie.
Yeah, and this is what it is.
Yeah.
It's an average action movie. Really, who cares about the personality building of, I guess, oh god, I can't even name a random Uncharted character. That one ex-Nazi dude in the second game. Who cares about his character development? We got shooting Yetis to do.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. Not every character needs to be fully realized, and honestly, I'd say the quality of story in a video game is oftentimes secondary to, the quality of the gameplay.
And the gameplay in this is pretty good.
Pretty darn decent. Basically, what I'm saying is gamers need to get their heads out of their asses. Just enjoy a good game. Look at this. Look at it. Oh, almost. Come on. I was making a point here.
No, I was letting them finish their conversation, and now they're dead.
Well, now that guy will never learn how to play Magic the Gathering. Good job, Lara Croft. You murderer.
He got some good air.
Here's a point that I wanted to talk about when you asked me to be in this video. Let's talk about this compared to Far Cry 3.
See, See, I've never played Far Cry 3, so I wouldn't know too much about that.
Are you familiar with the conceit of Far Cry 3?
You are trapped on an island and you hunt various people and animals to get yourself free from the island. I know the basic premise of the Far Cry games.
So essentially, you're playing as a, 20-something bro who goes skydiving with his friends while they're on vacation in the South Pacific or wherever. I think it's the South Pacific. Anyway, so you go skydiving, but you end up getting kidnapped by terrorists, led by a guy named Vas Montenegro. So in the tutorial section, you're escaping with your ex-Marine brother, and he ends up getting shot. And so you have to pretty much run away while you're being chased, and you stab a guy in the neck because he's in your way and he's gonna catch you and stuff, and Jason's all like, oh shit, this is crazy, man. And then in the space of like a day, in the way the plot progresses, Jason's just going around, laying about him with a flamethrower, going nuts, killing everybody, being like, this is fucking awesome, dude. So anyway, that ties a little bit back towards Lara Croft. So Lara Croft is, if memory serves, an archaeologist, a research assistant, if you will.
Yeah, she just got out of college, basically.
Yeah, so this is almost like her, her graduate thesis.
Pretty
kind
much.
Of thing. Helping her advisor, her PhD advisor, I suppose is what the British guy is.
Maybe.
Something
well,
like
he's
that.
not even British. He's just a guy who's an archaeologist she used to look to.
No, you're right. He's just a fuckhead.
He is just a fuckhead.
Just a fuckhead, man. Seriously.
Whatever.
But anyway, so I mean, her friends are all kidnapped, and she's thrown into this extraordinary circumstance, and here she is, fucking sniping dudes in the face with an arrow. It's just crazy how she's gone from college student to cold-blooded killer.
Oh, right there, that may have been my my recording software crashing, because the Elgato, while it's an amazing device itself, the software it comes with is a piece of shit that just destroys my computer. Yeah. Now, here's the thing about Lara Croft that I like.
Fire arrow to guy! Mm-hmm. That's so brutal!
Here's the thing about Lara Croft that I like, is that her arc to becoming a cold-blooded killer, because those videos will have gone up by the time this goes up as well.
Right.
Like, a cold-blooded killer who says that she's going to murder everyone with a grenade launcher. You have to remember, the first thing you kill in the game is a deer, and then she apologizes to the damn thing. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Deer, for killing you so that I have to survive. And then, all this shit happens, and gradually she becomes more and more accustomed to, yeah, okay, I need to kill people to survive sometimes.
Absolutely.
It's not like, Nathan Drake, which, I mean, yeah, I love the Uncharted series, but Nathan Drake from the get-go...
Oh, he's a fucking sociopath.
A homicidal sociopath. That's your neck!
Yeah, so that's the interesting thing with games like this. You start off with regular people in extraordinary circumstances. Now, what's interesting is Lara Croft in this, her arc to,
insanity?
Psychopathic killer, somehow felt a bit more natural. It almost felt like the stakes were a lot higher.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, it feels silly, but almost like you could sort of squint your eyes and tilt your head sideways and it looks reasonable, It looks like, in the circumstances, I might do the same thing. Whereas, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because, Jason Brody's arc starts with, him waking up and some guy is tattooing him and saying, guess what, you're the magic chosen one now.
It's been folded and unfolded repeatedly. He never returned home.
Yeah, every single solitary fucking relic is depressing as shit.
That's great.
I am just realizing this, and I played this game like 3 or 4 times. I'm just realizing that every single solitary relic is like somebody's ultra sad story of like, hey, they had a life before they got crashed here, and then they either turned into a crazy cultist or were killed by crazy cultists.
Well, exactly. You wouldn't find their precious photograph if they'd made it home.
No. You wouldn't find, I think... I don't think it's this video, but you can find some Japanese and American dog tags.
Yep.
So, obviously, they didn't make it home either, and that's just fucking sad. And also, I am super sad because I'm out of shotgun ammo, and behind that barricade right there is another GPS.
Yep.
And then I completely forget about it, and I will go back for it eventually, but during recording, holy shit, I was so pissed off that, I was out of shotgun ammo, and I can't get one of the more annoying GPSs to find.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely not finding any ammo whatsoever around here. That sucks.
No. I don't know what it is about the mid-game, but the mid-game has, pretty scarce ammo supplies, whereas, early and late game just throws ammo at you.
Yeah. Well, it's because early game you don't have a lot of guns, so it's not a big deal. I think mid-game they really want you to focus on using, takedowns and the arrows.
Yeah, I guess. And man, I just fucking love how beautiful this game is.
Isn't it gorgeous?
I thought it was really super pretty on the PlayStation 3. And then, the entire reason that I got the definitive edition was because my PlayStation 3 had died with Tomb Raider inside of it.
Oh.
So, I had to send it to Sony in order to get it fixed. And while I was waiting for my PS3 to get repaired, I managed to get my hands on my PS4. And I was like, well, might as well just get fucking Tomb Raider so I can finish the game. I was 3/4 of the way through the game, too, when it died. It sucked. But either way, I did get the definitive edition because of the whole it was trapped in my PlayStation 3 and I won't get it back for 2 or 3 weeks thing.
Right.
And I managed to beat the game before it came back to me.
What's in the definitive edition?
Definitive edition has all of the DLC that was eventually put out, and also it has better graphics. It's basically the max graphics settings on the PC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Which is why her hair looks, I won't say good, but way more defined than the normal PlayStation 3 hair.
Right. Does it have the Tress FX turned on by default, it looks like?
Yeah, it does. You can't turn them off either, and I kind of hate that because I think the Tress FX... I appreciate the fact that they can render more hair strands, but it doesn't do it in a very realistic way, and it just looks bad.
Yeah.
I don't really like the Tress effects.
Looks like costume hair. And the problem was, the first time I played it, I turned it on because I'm like, this is going to be badass. What a high definition experience. And it turned out it just maxed out my GPU. I was playing it and the fan was making some really troubling noises and I'm like,
Heave has repeatedly said this, but this game is the game that melted Giant Bomb's graphics card. Hey, we need to get over there! And, it's too heavy.
Physics puzzle.
No, I could easily cheese this with the fire arrows that I'm not supposed to have at this point, but I'm gonna do it legitimately. So, what we need to do is we need to burn those bodies that are on there so it'll actually lift us.
Yeah. I really, really enjoy the platforming puzzles in this game.
Yeah.
They are just... I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot, but...
The tombs in this game are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Except for, one or two that kind of frustrated me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I do practice runs, so that way the ones that do frustrate the hell out of me, I know what to do.
Yeah. I just felt really clever,
Yeah.
When I managed to figure out the sequence of events and the stuff you needed to change, it just felt really good.
Like, once it clicks, you're like, oh, yeah, that's how you do it.
You're like, this is fucking badass.
Mm-hmm.
What a wonderful game.
I think there's actually one of the tombs that I don't like is in this video, I think. and I'll talk more about it when I get there, because what you're supposed to do in it is not very intuitive at all. It's just,
I'll convince you otherwise when we get to it, because I think I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Another thing I wanted to say on the topic of the collectibles, especially the historic ones, I really like them because they're a little bit on the nose. You know, they're a little bit obvious with what they're trying to accomplish, i.e., establishing Lara as somebody who knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
You know, as an archaeologist, of course, she'd have some context and be able to look at these things and sort of guess at their significance. And I really like that. I mean, not only do I enjoy hidden mysteries sort of things, but I really like the extra depth that it adds to her. Like,
Right.
well, take Indiana Jones, for instance. Indiana Jones is a terrible archaeologist.
He really is.
Like, I'm putting that right out there. The amount of shit he has destroyed versus the amount of shit he has actually put into museums. I mean, there's no contest.
At least Nathan Drake doesn't try to make that flimsy excuse. I'm putting it in a museum. Nathan Drake, you have destroyed 5 civilizations in 3 games.
Nathan Drake, you destroyed Shambhala, you bastard. You sunk it into the fucking ocean,
To
you
be fair,
idiot.
he destroyed Shambhala to stop a genocidal maniac, so I guess I can forgive him for that.
Yeah. The point is, he destroyed a priceless font of archaeological information.
True.
But he's a profiteering scumbag, so he never pretended not to be. Whereas you look at Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull era Indiana Jones, and he's like, look at this amazing temple. Quick, everybody, grab a rock and smash it. Smash these ancient carvings. That'll surely solve things. I have no reason to believe why they would, but here we go. I'm really just in it to punch Nazis and fuck Austrian women.
To be fair, I think that's a pretty good damn reason to get into archaeology.
So many disappointed archaeology students. The point is, he's not a good archaeologist.
No, he's
Lara
not.
Croft is a good archaeologist.
And, like, the thing about that, I can totally agree with that, especially since she doesn't know absolutely everything about it. She makes educated guesses, but she's like, there's some sort of kanji in here, but I can't read it.
Right.
Meaning, she's still fucking learning it, because she can speak Japanese, but speaking Japanese and reading Japanese are 2 entirely different skills.
Especially if it's ancient dialects. Especially if there's strange jargon. That's exactly it. Even the most seasoned archaeologist wouldn't have all the answers at a stretch.
Right.
Most archaeologists couldn't take 6 submachine gun bullets to the chest either, but, I mean, video game conceits.
I think most of them were to the legs, actually.
But
who knows?
you have so many veins in your legs. I mean, video game damage notwithstanding, you know, the little bits of flavor that they added, I certainly do appreciate.
Yeah.
I challenge your thread to argue with me, because I believe that I'm in the right here. That this is a very good game, and people who have problems with it are generally nitpicking.
Most of the people I've talked to are like, yeah, I had fun with it the first time, but the second time it was just like, bleh. I'm like, are you kidding? This game is still super fun. It is not as polished as Uncharted, I would say, but it's definitely a very well done, very polished game.
But by that token, there aren't so many points in this game where it wrests control away from you in the interest of making a set piece.
Right.
Also, if you watch the Uncharted speedrun at AGDQ this year, Uncharted is not a very polished game. It does a very good job.
Any game that you speed run isn't polished when you're speed running it. Come on.
Some of those glitches were pretty apparent, though. Like, being able to just hump yourself through the wall? So, I mean, that's the thing. Uncharted, I will say, does a fantastic job leading you away, just giving you this carrot, leading you away from the parts that are broken.
Look how pretty this is. This is a fucking awful tomb, and I hate it.
Oh, this tomb is not bad. I got a little bit stuck, but it is so fucking cool, man.
It's cool, but, like, the very first time I ever did this, I think I was in here for, like, an hour. So, the wind is blowing that platform away, so you can't get on it.
Yeah.
So you have to come over here, you have to close the window, but the wind, because eventually it will fall down.
Right.
And if you close the window, you close both things, but it opens itself automatically, so you have to find the time to get it. And for some reason, the first time I did this, I could not get the timing down.
It is a lovely, close timing puzzle. It is so fucking cool, man.
Here I'm just showing off the bad way to do it, like...
Yep.
You know, if you're doing it for the first time, this is probably what you're going to do. You're going to be like, oh, well, I'll just immediately jump on it and ride the thing. And, oh.
Whoops. Nope, not quite enough time.
Nope. So you have to wait a little bit. And for some reason, I could not get the concept of pull the thing up when the first flap opens.
Yeah.
I guess I just wasn't looking over there, so it...
It's a very subtle clue.
Yeah, it's mostly just bad memories that make me hate this temple.
Yeah.
It's a fine temple once you figure out what you're supposed to do.
There you go. You see? It's not like, you know, it's not one of those things where you... Well, I guess it could be a little bit unsatisfying if you just stumble across the correct timing. Like, after a while, just try a bunch of different things and something works and you don't fully understand why or what you did.
Yeah, that was my problem.
Yeah, okay, so I can see why that would leave a bit of a bad taste in your mouth. But it just... It speaks so well to the level of environmental detail in this game. You know, with the louvers on the window just flapping open, giving you a sense of the timing. It's just... I
will say this, though. Like most other areas in the game, this is very pretty.
Very pretty. Majestic, even.
I'm super pissed that the sequel to this game is going to be Xbox One exclusive for like 6 months.
That's the age we live in.
But I will tell you this right now, I will definitely just wait the fucking 6 months instead of buying an Xbox One.
Damn straight, man. Damn straight. That's how you do it. I mean, God knows. Like, I know definitely I do, and I know you have more than enough games to keep you occupied for 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
So... Honestly, that's not such a big deal. I felt the same way about No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah, No Man's Sky. That looks really good, but I can't... that can wait.
Exactly. But, I mean, it's going to be PS4 exclusive. I think for a while. It's supposed to be coming to PC.
Yeah. But, I mean, I could get it day one, but I think I'll wait.
Yeah. I just fucking love space exploration, man.
Also... I've been glossing it over every time she does it, but why is Laura stealing all of these bird eggs?
Omelets.
Like, I never have gotten that, because every other thing has, like, some sort of archaeological connotation to it. Like, lighting the statues, that's looking at the statues, but eggs?
Yeah.
She's not a biologist. She's an archaeologist. Those are two entirely different things.
Unless they're, like, super old eggs.
We have established that there are direwolves on this island, so,
Yeah, fair enough.
maybe we found some fucking dinosaur eggs. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, dinosaurs use nests.
Yeah.
Up on top of buildings that were built after the death of the dinosaurs.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Look. Laura
Flawless.
fought dinosaurs in the other games, so why not?
I'm just waiting for Tomb Raider 2 to come out with the inevitable T-Rex. Maybe they'll have just a snide little Easter egg where, like, I don't know. Maybe it'll be like Arkham City, and an animatronic Tyrannosaurus will just bust out of nowhere and be like, oh, hello. I like this mechanic. I don't know where she's getting all this rope from, but...
She found some rope earlier, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
She looked at some rope, and she's like, this is all the rope I'll ever need for the rest of the game.
Needless to say, she has rope. She has a given quantity of rope.
Yeah.
The amount given is unknown, but she has rope.
She has exactly enough rope to last her the entire game.
Good. Thank goodness for that, because I'd hate to have to go farm rope.
American soldiers would
Oh, hey, here are the dog tags, yeah.
I don't think
Pretty handy that that all these artifacts were, hidden away in...
Lead boxes?
Yeah. Fucking, what are those called? What are those indestructible waterproof cases? Pelican cases? Pelican cases.
Pelican cases. God, remember Pelican cases for, handheld game consoles?
Yeah. I mean, you can still get them for your fucking phone,
Yeah. Don't get Pelican, get OtterBox.
I don't even use a case. Oh,
No, neither do I.
Live fast, die young.
Whatever, my phone's insured.
Is it? Good for you. My phone's cheap. It's just as good.
Well, to be fair, when I got my phone, I used to work with the guy who sold me my phone, and he got points on commission for adding insurance to it, so I was like, yeah, I'll give you the extra point.
Oh yeah, you gotta help your buddies out for those commission-based sales structures. You're a good man, kalonZombie.
And here's something I forgot to do, that rope right there, I just attach it, I forget completely about that rope, and at some point I'm just like, where the fuck is the last thing? It's up the rope, I didn't go up.
It's up the rope, yeah.
Yep, there, I'm just gonna... That rope's there, nope.
She's just like, oh, I've got fish in me shoes, innit? I'm Lara Croft. I'm an archaeologist.
I talk exactly like this.
Right?
Pip, pip, and tea.
You what?
I'll fucking cut you, mate.
You what, mate? I'll fucking wreck you, mate. Anyway, sorry to any British viewers.
Alright. House. This house surprisingly has a bunch of stuff in it.
It does.
There's 3 things in this house.
That fallen bell is really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if that fallen bell is there or not before that bell puzzle earlier, where you have to knock the bell into the pillars. I'm not sure if that's the same bell or not.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. I think if I were to look straight up, there would be nothing above me.
Yeah.
But yeah, up here is where all the secret hidden stuff is.
Hey, you got shotgun ammo.
Yeah, finally! So I can go get that thing that I've clearly forgotten about by now, because I think it's a good, solid hour of raw footage that I've condensed down into 31 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. I got lost a lot in the mountain range.
You know what? That's exploration for you.
And I just love the fact that this entire map is all loaded at once, because, man, fucking, it is beautiful as shit.
It's gorgeous just being able to look around. I mean, I'll be honest, I found it really, really, onerous to traverse. But, it's pretty. It's really pretty.
It is
I just
really
hate getting
pretty.
around.
used in traditional Japanese herbal medicine.
That's one of the problems with 100%ing this game, is that you look at it so much that you're like, whatever, it's fucking mountains again. But it's fucking mountains again!
Yep.
Mountains are always super pretty.
Yeah. That's part of why I enjoyed Far Cry 4 so much, despite, again, the paint-chewingly stupid story.
I haven't played Far Cry 4 either. I have not played a single Far Cry game, despite the fact that I own, Blood Dragon. That's the only Far Cry game I own.
Yeah.
And I from what I understand, Blood Dragon is very different from the rest of them.
It's very... It's like, it's not even trying to be serious, whereas Far Cry 3, I suppose, is trying to create some sort of a, I don't know.
It also supposedly begins with Long Tall Sally, which is a song I will forever associate with helicopter rides.
Of course. I mean, I think by law you have to play it while you're riding in a helicopter.
Mm-hmm. Ever since Predator.
Yep. Hey, alright, good job.
I found it. All the fucking GPS caches.
Man, I was in suspense. I thought that was going to be unresolved.
And... whoop.
Baba boosh! Good job.
Yeah, I think there's one more thing I need to get.
Eggs?
No, I think I got all the eggs.
Good job.
Think.
Oh, you might have done. Yeah, I think that was a pop-up.
There we go.
Hey.
There we go.
Text log.
Oh, there's two things I needed to get.
I hope it's another artifact.
I did not rewatch this video before we watched it. No.
That's fine, it's just an exploration video. I think most people are going to be playing Monster Hunter 4 while this is going on in the background and they hear our insightful and entertaining commentary.
Uh-huh. About Long Tall Sally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Am I just going back to the fucking fire? Yeah, that's all I'm doing, I think.
Ah, okay.
Just showing off the upgrades that I'm about to get.
Nice.
Because I have 800 scrap and a skill point.
Yeah, boy!
In a skill tree that makes absolutely no fucking sense at all.
Ah, yes. The Laura is crazy tree. Let's kill people with an ice axe.
Seriously, the Laura's crazy tree is probably my favorite tree in the game.
I mean, they're wonderful, but what the fuck? An ice axe?
Baby, I don't even know how to begin this, so I'm just gonna come right out with it. Alicia is yours. Maybe you've known it all along, but since I signed back on board the Endurance, I just can't keep the truth from you any longer. You've got to understand, I never meant to cut you out of her life. But I know you, Roth. I know how you live and what you want. Staying in one place and raising a kid is not on your agenda. Maybe I screwed up. Maybe I should have let you make a choice. But I made it for you, for what I thought was best. After the expedition, when the time is right, let's talk about the future. Take some time to think about what you want, okay?
After a fortnight, I was at last granted an audience with Her Majesty, Himiko of Yamatai. I must confess, she is unlike any woman I have ever encountered. Beautiful, yet inscrutable, calculating even. She surrounds herself with her priestesses of the sun. No men attend her, save the general of her armies. When I met with her alone, I came to realize that she is not at all what she seems. I was sent by my lord to spy on her, to assess the strength of her armies. But now, I feel she is the one assessing me. My lord has perhaps underestimated the threat of Yamatai. Though I cannot gauge the true strength of her storm god, I cannot deny a powerful feeling that the Sun Queen should not be trifled with. It is time for me to leave this accursed island. I have seen enough of Yamatai. I cannot explain the power the Sun Queen wields, but it is not of this earthly plane. As I suspected, she knew my intent the moment I set foot on this island. She has manipulated me, toyed with me to see what information I would seek. But she always knew. If I am allowed to leave this place alive, I must warn my lord, warn him that we should avoid Yamatai at all costs. If we wish access to her seas, we should pay any tribute she requires. But we should never cross the Sun Queen. To do so would lead to our ruin. Of the other things I have seen, those dark horrors, I can never speak of again.
Today, I am Hoshi, daughter of Hiro and Kokoro. Tomorrow, I will be Hoshi, daughter of the sun. The queen has spoken, and I was given the robes. Every girl in every village dreams of this honor. Mother cannot stop crying, and father is beaming with pride. I have never seen him smile so much. This greatest of honors will raise my family to the heights of Yamatai society. We will want for nothing. And someday, the Sun Queen may even choose me to take her place. And yet, I cannot deny my feelings. At first, I dismissed them as simple nerves, but the unease has grown within me. I could never refuse the call. To do so would invite ruin to my family, but I am frightened of my queen. I want for nothing now. As a priestess of the Sun Queen, I stand above all others in her court. I'm being instructed in languages, etiquette, history, warfare, all the skills needed to rule. And the Queen has been like a mother to me. Warm, attentive, loving. But it all feels false, like some kind of performance. When I talk to the other priestesses, I sense disquiet. Some of them feel as I do. Perhaps all of them. But why? What is it that we all fear?
My queen, as I stand in your light, I swear this oath of allegiance to you. As your first storm guard and general of your armies, I will serve you unconditionally and protect the lands of Yamatai and all your people. I will stand at your side for the remainder of my days, relinquishing my post only at your command. If I should fail in my duties, my life is forfeit. My heart beats at your command. My breath is drawn at your pleasure. From this moment onwards, I answer only to you.
I have spoken to some of the villagers on the island. I was expressly forbidden to leave the palace, but this did not stop me. My duties here are clear. I must learn the truth, but the stories I uncovered defy belief. Rumors abound of the Queen's communion with the spiritual world. They say she commands the sun and the rain, that her lands are abundant by her will alone. This is certainly nonsense. But what can be the cause of such whispers? Is this how she controls her people? By engaging their primitive superstitions? I saw absolute reverence in their eyes when they spoke of her. Yet, I also sense fear. Her people are treated with fairness, taxed reasonably, and are well protected by her storm god. No wonder some of them even pray to her. It's as if she were more than just a queen to them. Spreading discontent through her people may well be a harder task than I imagine.